name is Bhavya Keni from Gumfa Road Municipal Secondary English School. In the previous lecture, students, we started with the chapter, the electoral process, political science, chapter number 2, and we started with the revision. Today, we will continue with the rest part of the chapter. Before proceeding further, let's recall what we have done in our last lecture. We did about elections. Now, about elections, elections basically have played a major role in the working of India's democracy, like it have made India a democratic country because people use their constitutional right, okay, that is right to vote and elect their representative who forms the government as well as runs the government. Then elections and representation are two very important processes that takes place in democracy. Okay, and the different political parties, they get an opportunity to rule when there is the electoral process or elections that are held. Due to that, different political parties, they get an opportunity to rule. The policies of the government and even the life of the society also changes due to it. Then we did about representation. Now our modern democracy is a representative democracy. The representative democracy, why is it so? Because it, in a democracy, it is not possible to involve the whole population of our country, okay, in the decision making of our any to take any kind of decision about for our country or for the administration of the country. So what happened because of this? This resulted in the starting of practice of electing some people on behalf of the entire population as a representative who would run the government. So the representatives who form the government are expected to be responsible to the people and give preference to the welfare of the people. So that was about representation. Then we did about election commission. Okay. So the whole process of election or the electoral process is conducted by the Election Commission of India and the state level state election commission. They conduct all the important elections in our country. So the entire process, students, starting from the declaration of the result to the declaration of the result, is carried out under the direction and control of Election Commission. And to ensure that there are free, fair, and reliable electoral process to be held, the constitution of our country, they have made provision under the article 324 to 329 of part 15 for an independent election commission to administer the election process in India. And this election commission, it is the autonomous body, means it is independent, okay, it is not subject to any kind of pressure from anybody, okay, and it has the power to make the decision on its own self. And it's the consists of one chief election commissioner and two other commissioners. Then we also did about the functions of election commission. As I told you, will get mostly for the brief question, the functions of election commissions. So you have total 5 points to cover there. The first point is to preparing the voters list, wherein it is the responsibility of election commission to prepare the voters list or update the eligible existing voters list and include the names of new voters. And even they has authority to issue identity card, that is voter ID card, to the voters. Then other point, second point for function is just to decide the timetable and the program of election. So it's again the responsibility and duty of election commission to decide when to conduct the elections and in how many stages to hold the elections in every state. Then next comes the scrutiny of the applications of the candidate. Third point, the scrutiny is basically the detailed examination or investigation of the application of the candidates who are contesting the election. Okay, so there are candidates from political parties as well as independent candidates who fill the applications, which include the information about their own self. So what does election commission do? They scrutinize all the application and allows the eligible candidates to contest the election. Then comes give recognition to political parties. That's the fourth point under functions. So In our country, we have multi-party. It's not only one political party we have in our country. There are multi-party system. So all political parties are required to be recognized by the election commission. So election commission has the right to de-recognize any political party, or recognize means to give approval, or no longer to be accepted. De-recognize means no longer to be accepted or approved. So election commission also elects election symbols to these political parties. And the fifth point under it is to resolve any dispute relating to elections. So it's the duty or responsibility of election commission to resolve any kind of dispute that may arise regarding election. And they have a right or authority to declare any candidate who is contesting the election as disqualified, or conduct re-election in particular constituency is the responsibility of the election commission. Then we did the process of election, basically process the flow chart. What we did, that is that follows starting from the establishment of constituencies, then the how the steps or the process goes about, then finalizing voters list, nomination of candidates and scrutiny of their nomination form, then comes election campaign, then actual voting, counting of votes, results of election, resolution of disputes regarding elections. So this flowchart follows for process of election. Then restructuring of the constituencies that we did. It is basically the act of organizing, a system in a new way to make it more effective. So they're creating constituencies now. It's the responsibility of delimitation commission of election commission. So the delimitation commission, they do not succumb, or they do not obey to any pressure while restructuring the constituencies. Then we did another important topic there, that was code of conduct. The code of conduct is basically one of the measures which is adopted by election commission to conduct free and fair election. It basically explains the rules that are to be followed by the government, political parties, and voters before elections and during elections. So we had completed till here. Now let's revise the further part of the chapter. Now there are certain challenges or difficulties in conducting free and fair elections. So let's go through it. If we take into account the size of our country and the number of voters, conducting elections becomes a truly challenging task. Okay. So we have quite a huge population of our country, and there are lot number of voters as well. So conducting the election in a free and fair manner, it becomes difficult for the election commission as well, and it's quite a challenging task for them. So the election commission has to work in accordance with the law while dealing with these challenges. Now some of the challenges we will mention below. We'll go through it. First is misuse of money takes place to a great extent during elections. Okay. So there's a lot of misuse of money during elections, like before elections. The people, to get vote, people are given money, or people are paid money to, so that if there are maximum number of they get the particular candidate who is contesting the election get the votes from particular political party. Okay, so this is the misuse of money is done. So election commission has to take several security measures to stop such misuse of money. The next is many political parties, they give election tickets. Okay, election tickets to the candidate with criminal background. So the with criminal background means the one who have charge of being a criminal, or have committed some kind of crime. Okay, they so many political parties sometimes they give election tickets, and to the candidate, and they contest to the candidates with criminal background, and they even contest the election. So what happens? This results not only in criminalization of politics, means it means that the criminals enter the politics and contest elections and even get elected to the parliament and state legislature. So it becomes criminalization of politics. But the election commission also faces problems in ensuring that the elections are conducted in free environment. When these criminals get the tickets for elections as a candidate, it does not, it not only result in criminalization of politics, but also when the elections are conducted, they uh, the election commission face lot of problem because they have a background of committing a crime. So they have their goons, they have who during election they create problem, or they pressurize the people to vote. So all these are the challenges to be faced by election from commission. And in such a scenario, they have to conduct election in a free and fair and a peaceful manner. So it's quite challenging for them. Then another major challenge is the violence, okay, during elections. So it's basically violence is basically any kind of behavior which harms some physically. So another difficulty that election commission faces is violence. The extent of violence has increased significantly during elections. So it has increased in drastically during elections. So all political parties should help the election commission to control this violence. So this violence not to be happened or not to be taken place or not to harm anybody. The political parties themselves should help election commission to control this kind of violence, any kind of violence. Then, to retain a continuing influence on politics, leaders give election tickets to their own relatives. This practice creates a family monopoly in politics. So, to just maintain a continuing influence, okay, on politics, to continue to continue to have a position in a particular kind of designation in politics, or to have a influence on politics, what do political leaders do? They give election tickets to their own son or wife or brother or sister, okay, or brother-in-law, sister-in-law. So such monopoly. So this monopoly of having a family in the politics should be stopped. Okay. So so this is also a quite challenging task to the election commission, that it should not happen. So these were the challenges which is faced by election commission in conducting a free and fair election. Then students, we have another part that of the chapter, that is journey from ballot boxes to EVM machine. Okay. As you can see in the picture, the on the top it's a ballot box, and then down it's a EVM machine. Now the voting is done through EVM machine, that is electronic voting machine. Okay, previously the ballot boxes were used. So the first election in independent India was held in 1951 to 52. Okay. The first election in our country was held between 1951 to 52. Now, this was the beginning of shaping of democracy through electoral politics. Okay, so the process of election or conducting of election started after independence. So it was like beginning of shaping of democracy through electoral politics. Electoral politics means by getting into government designation like panchayat, president, municipality, council or mayor, MLA, MP, minister, CM or PM. So in the initial elections, ballot boxes were used for the purpose of voting. Okay. So initially the ballot boxes were used for the purpose of voting. The use of EVM machines started from the decade of 1990s. Okay. So in these ballot boxes, the piece of paper was given to the voter, and they had to vote stamp, or they have to they or they either they had to to whom they had to vote, they had to just put on that piece of paper into that ballot box. But the use of EVM machine was introduced in the Indian election between 1998 to 2001 in a phased manner. So the many things could be achieved because of the EVM or electronic voting machine. Like if the voters uh, did not want to vote for any of the candidates, Okay, if now also if the voter don't want to vote into any of the political party or any of the independent candidates, they have an option. What option do they have? They have the option to choose none of the above. Okay, none of the above means nota. Okay, so they, as you can see the picture, there's a last option given. Now this option can be given only because of the voting machine, because of the EVM machine. It has become easy for disabled people. Okay, the means the people who are physically challenged or physically disabled. Okay, because of for them it is because of EVM, it became easy for them to vote. And another advantage was it reduced the cutting of trees for paper and thereby helped in the protection of environment. Okay, so as we know, trees are so important for our environment, for us as well, as it provides enormous amount of oxygen and reduces the toxic gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide by observing it. So because of the use of ballot boxes, lot of papers were used to put into it. So the when EVM machine came into place, the use of this paper also became stopped. So initially it affected reduced its effect was reduction in the cutting of trees, because uh, uh, the wood is used to make paper. So it has also been possible to have an early declaration of election results. Okay, because of this use of EVM or electronic voting machine, early declaration of results of voting result is also possible. Then the next we have for your do you know, that is, at the time of first elections, preparing the voters list was a challenging task. Okay? Preparing a voters list when the first election was conducted, it was quite difficult. Okay, because it was for the first time the voters list had to be prepared by election commission with the person attaining voting age, or the names of those who have moved out of the place, or those who have died, or they are, those who have died and not existing now, and a person who have completed 18 years are eligible, so their names to be included. So it was quite difficult for the election commission to conduct it. And as many people were illiterate during those time, many people could not read and write. Okay, so the special procedure for voting was used during election. 20 lakhs steel boxes were made for voting purpose. Here you can see in the picture also, it's just the picture for first election which was conducted. So 20 lakh steel boxes were used. Election symbols were stuck on the boxes. Okay, the symbols of the candidate or the contesting the election for political party or independent candidate, their symbol was stuck on the box. The voters were given the blank ballot papers, which they were supposed to drop in the box during the elections, having the election symbol of the party they wanted to vote for. Okay, so the just the voters had to drop in the box the paper they wanted to vote for. And this system ensured, it made sure that even the illiterate people, by recognizing the symbols, could vote. Then we have next is electoral reforms. Electoral reforms means what are the change that is required in the process of election or electoral process. Now, students, as we know, elections is a continuous process. Okay, it is not going to stop. Rather, it is going to continue forever. So the future of democracy depends on elections. So the future of democracy, or to the form of government of the people, by the people, for the people, to make it strong, or indicator of a successful democracy, depends on the conducting of election in a free and fair manner. So electoral process becomes reliable if the election process gets improved. Some reforms are suggested below. So few of the reforms that changes should take place are suggested below. The first one is to increase participation of women in politics. The political parties should give 50% candidature to women candidates and try to ensure that they get elected. Okay. So to increase more number of women in politics or participation of women in politics, it is suggested that 50% candidature, the state of being a candidate, should be given to women itself so that they get elected. Then next is political parties should not give candidature to candidates having criminal background. Okay, the political parties, they, as we discussed earlier, the tickets are given to the ones who to the candidates who have committed some crime or have criminal background. So that should be stopped. That should not be given. They should strictly follow decision given by the courts in this respect. The next we have the government should take care of election expenses to ensure that parties will not make misuse of money and mismanagement of money during elections can be stopped. So the government should take care of the money that is spent, okay, expenses or expenditure that is done during election, okay, because as we there are a lot of political parties who do misuse of money, okay, they give people there's a lot of money that is given to people before election to get the votes, or mismanagement of money is done, so that should be stopped. That's one of the suggestions. Then next is Representation of People's Act. Okay, that is the law 1951, Representation of the People's Act law, which is passed in 1951. So should be amended. There should be a change there so that candidates having criminal background would not be able to participate in elections. So what this Representation of People's Act, students, it's under Article 327 of the Constitution. This act mentions about what qualifies or disqualifies a candidate from contesting the election. It specifies the procedure to be followed by Election Commissioner of India. Now, this act was introduced in Parliament by Law Minister Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, and this Representation of People Act 1951, it's an act of the Parliament of India to provide for the conduct of elections of the Houses of Parliament and to the House or Houses of the Legislature of each state, the qualification and disqualification for the members of those houses, even the corrupt practices and other offence at or in connection with such election, and the decision of doubt and dispute arising in connection with such election. So that these are the things that is mentioned under Representation of People Act. As you can see here in the picture as well, the following shall be deemed, means considered to be corrupt practices like bribery. Bribery means offering any kind of gift, offer, or any promise to any person for him to stand or, or not to stand or withdraw from being a candidate or to a voter. Then next is appeal by a candidate or by an agent to vote or not to vote from or refrain from voting on the ground of his religion, race, caste, community, or language. So all these practices are considered to be under corruption or corrupt practices under People's Act, and it's liable for to be guilty or punishment. Appeal to religious symbols or national flag or symbols to increase the prospects of elections of a candidate or affecting the elections of their other candidates. Okay, some people they appeal by religious symbol, so that is also a wrong practice uh, for to get the votes. Then to promote the feeling of enmity or hatred, you can say, between different class of citizens in India on basis of religion, race, caste, community, language by candidate or his agent. So all these practices is considered to be wrong or corrupt. Okay, under this act. Then we have next is to for you all to understand that there are different kinds of election. That is, first is general election. That is the Lok Sabha elections held after every 5 years are called general elections. Lok Sabha election held after every 5 years are called general elections. Then midterm elections. Midterm elections is if the elected government loses its majority before completing its term in the parliament, or if the parties of the coalition government withdraw their support, resulting in the loss of majority. It means that if any of the government loses their majority before completing their tenure in the parliament, and and if the parties of the coalition means the government which is formed by two or more political parties, okay, and if any of them withdraw their support, which results in the loss of majority support for the government, and if there are no alternative government, and if there are no alternative government possible, then what happens? Then elections are held before the completion of that particular term, and they are called as midterm election. Then we have by election. Okay, so what is by election? If an elected representative in Lok Sabha, for the member of parliament, or Vidhan Sabha, Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, that's for chief minister, deputy chief minister, MLA, Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, or the local self government like municipality, nagarpalika, government resigns, or due to his or her death, his seat becomes vacant. So in this case, the elections are held again for that vacant seat. So this kind of election is called as by election. Okay, so you need to know the difference between students with general election, midterm election, or by election. Then we have election commission, which was established. Election commission has established an expert committee. Okay, on 8th October 2010, 2010. Now it was decided to add a new facility. Okay, what was that facility? That to add voter verified paper audit trail in EVM machine. Okay, that is VVPAT in short form. It is basically designed to allow the voter to verify that their vote was cast correctly, to detect possible election fraud, and to provide a means to audit the stored electronic result. So that was the purpose of this voter verified paper audit trail in EVM machine. All political parties they supported this. Because of this facility, the voters can verify whether the vote cast is registered properly or not. The purpose of this important step is to stop malpractices in election. So the purpose of bringing into practice or bringing into this new facility was just to stop any kind of wrongdoing, okay, any kind of carelessness, corruption, dishonesty in the elections. Now, what are the points to be remembered in this chapter, students? Election, for election, the process through which the people's representative are selected, it helps to bring a change in power through peaceful means. Then representatives should be efficient, honest, and trustworthy. Then Election Commission of India or state level election commission, they conduct and administer the election process. From a declaration of dates of elections to its result, the entire process is directed and controlled by the commission. It is established in 1950 under Article 324. It's an autonomous body which consists of one chief election commissioner and two other commissioners appointed by the president. Then we have Sukumar Sen. He is the first chief election commissioner. Then independence of election commission. It's like election commissioner cannot be removed from his powers easily or on account of any political reasons. Now, what are the functions of election commission? Just the points is mentioned: preparing the voters list, to decide the timetable and program of election, scrutiny of the application of the candidates, recognition to political parties, resolve disputes relating to election, restructuring of a constituency. Then preparing of voters list. Now, a citizen who has completed 18 years of age and his or her name in the voters list can vote. Preparing the list of eligible voters and to update existing voters list, and issue identity cards. That is under preparing of voters list. Then to decide the timetable and program of elections, to decide when to conduct election and in how many stages to hold elections in every state. In scrutiny of the application of the candidate, it's to only eligible candidates either from political parties or independent are allowed to contest elections. Then recognition to political parties is basically to give approval, recognize or de-recognize a political party, allotment of the election commission, election symbols. Then to resolve any dispute, means any kind of disagreement relating to election, declare any candidate as disqualified or conduct re-election in a particular constituency. So this is just elaboration of the functions of points under election, functions of election commission. The next is restructuring of the constituency. There are 543 constituencies of Lok Sabha. Creating and restructuring constituencies is the responsibility of the delimitation commission. Then we have code of conduct. What is the importance? It controls malpractices during elections and ensures free and fair elections. It explains the rules that are to be followed by the government, political parties, and voters before elections and during elections. Then Sham Sharan Negi, the name you should remember, he was the first photo of India from Himachal Pradesh. He exercised his right to vote on 25th October 1951 in Lok Sabha elections. Then, what are the challenges in conducting free and fair election? It is misuse of money, criminalization of politics, where political parties give election tickets to the candidates with criminal background, violence, family monopoly, where the leaders give election tickets to their own relatives. Then electoral reforms, where political parties should give 50% candidature to women candidate and try to ensure that they get elected. Candidature should be given should be given to candidates having should not be given to candidates having criminal background, and the decision given by the court should be followed strictly. Then representation of People's Act should be timely amended. There should be the changes brought in it. Now, what are the first elections in independent India? It is conducted in the year 1951 to 52. What are the advantages of EVM? That is electronic voting machine. It gives an option of none of the above, that is nota, is available to the voters who do not want to vote for any candidate. It became easy for the disabled people to vote. Reduction in the cutting of trees helped in the protection of environment, and early declaration of results is possible because of EVM. Then we general elections, Lok Sabha elections are held every 5 years. Then midterm elections, which are held before the completion of the term. If government loses majority in the parliament, member parties of the coalition government withdraw their support. Then comes by elections. Then elections are held for a seat that has become vacant due to resignation of elected representative in Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, and local self government, death of the representative. Now, Election Commission was established by expert committee on 8th October 2010 to add a new facility to EVM, voter verified paper audit trail, to verify uh, vote whether vote cast is registered properly. Now here we have first question, that is choose the correct option and rewrite the complete answers. This question you will have students in your exam as well, the first question. Now, this is a multiple choice question in which three statements in your exam would be given, and each statement will have four options. You have to just select the correct option. You have to rewrite the complete statement again with the correct option. Underline the selected option. The statement in this question type, it will be the statement in this question type, they can also be asked in this each statement carries 1 marks for your exam. Okay, this is multiple choice. Again, I'll repeat. Four option will be given for each statement. Now you have to rewrite the statement with the selected correct alternative. You need to underline the selected option. 1 mark for each statement, students. Total, it will be 2 marks. You will be getting 2 marks for political science. For history, you will be having 3 marks and 2 marks for political science. Now, the first question here is the total number of members in Lok Sabha is dash. Okay, the options given here is 543, 565, 545, and 534. Correct answer is 543. The next is Sham Sharan Negi from Dash was the first voter of India. Options are from Uttar Pradesh, second is Andhra Pradesh, next is Himachal Pradesh, then Arunachal Pradesh. So the correct answer is Himachal Pradesh. Then, to increase participation of women in politics, the political party should give dash candidature to women candidates. Options are 30%, 40%, 10%, and 50%. The correct answer is 50%. Then, the first election in independent India was held in dash. The options are 1951 to 52, 1947 to 48, 1949 to 50, 1952 to 53. Okay. So the correct answer is 1951 to 52. Then Lok Sabha elections are held after every dash years. Options are 7, 6, 5, and 3. The correct answer is 5. The special voters awareness campaign is run for dash. Options are election of election commissioner, curbing malpractices at voting booths, voters registration, recognition of political parties. The correct answer is voters registration. That should be done to avoid candidates of criminal background from contesting election. The options are conduct to voter verified paper audit trail, allotment of 50% seats to women candidates, regular use of EVM, amendment of the Representation of People's Act. So options are the correct answer is amendment of Representation of People's Act. The next is dash is an inseparable component of comprehensive democratic process. Options are decriminalization of politics, election process, registering nota, replacing ballot boxes with EVM. The correct answer is election process. Then creating constituencies is the responsibility of dash. Options given are election commission, human rights commission, delimitation commission, or constituency board. The correct answer is delimitation commission. Then next is election held before the completion of the term is known as dash elections. The options are general, then emergency, then midterm, or state assembly. The correct answer is midterm elections. Then we have the next question. Explain whether the following statements are true or false with reason. Okay. Now, here, students, you need to have to explain any two statements with reasons out of three statements in your board exam. First, you need to identify and write whether the statement is true or false. Then, thereafter, students are required to give reason in brief, in points. Sometimes the negative statements will be given as positive and vice versa. So, read the statement very carefully. Write the statement again at the end of the answer. For identifying true or false, you get half marks. For writing reason, half mark each. So each sub question carries 2 marks. So it's total 4 marks for your exam. Now here the first one is at the time of elections in India, even illiterate people could vote. The statement is true. The reason is at the time of first elections, preparing a voters list was a challenging task. As many people were illiterate, the special procedure of voting was used during election. 20 lakh steel boxes were made for voting purpose. Election symbols were stuck on the boxes. Next point is the voters were given the blank ballot papers, which they were supposed to drop in the box having election symbol of the party they wanted to vote for. Then last point is because of this system, even the illiterate people could vote. Next, we have the state government decide as to when and in how many stages the election would be held in a particular state. The answer is false. The reason is the Election Commission of India and the state level election commission conduct all important elections in our country. The entire process of election, from declaring date of elections to declaration of results, is carried out under the direction and control of the election commission. Then election commission has the authority to issue identity cards, that is voter ID card, to the voters. Yes, the statement is true. The election commission is the autonomous body which administers the election process in India. To prepare the list of eligible voters, to update the existing voters list, to include the names of new voters is the responsibility of the election commission. You need to mention, students, all the relevant points to get full marks, total for 4 marks in your exam. Then we have next question. The electoral process in India has to face many challenges to conduct free, fair, reliable election process. The statement is true. The reasons are misuse of money takes place to a great extent during election. Many political parties they give election tickets to the candidates with criminal background. Extent of violence has increased significantly during elections. The leaders give election tickets to their own relative and create family monopoly in politics. The next one, that is, all political parties supported the decision of adding a new facility, that is, voter verified paper audit trail in EVM machine. True, because the Election Commission established an expert committee on 8th October 2010, it was decided to add a new facility, that is, voter verified paper audit trail in EVM machine. All political parties supported this. Because of this facility, the voters can verify whether the vote cast is registered properly. The purpose of this important step is to stop the malpractices in elections. Then we have next question, that is explain the following concept. For your exams, you have students, you have to attempt any one. Okay. So two concepts will be given in this sub question. You are expected to answer any one. Along with the meaning, features, importance, and information about the concept should be written. It should be answered in 25 to 30 words only in points. Every answer should be at least have 4 points, half mark for each point. Total 2 marks is there. So here we have a journey from ballot box to EVM machine. You, so the points are in the initial elections, ballot boxes were used for purpose of voting. The use of EVM machines started from the decade of 1980s. Then voting machine, that is EVM machine, proved to be very effective and advantageous important mode which increased the participation of the voters. The voting machine helps the voter to choose an option of nota, that is none of the above, if he or she do not vote to any candidate. It helps the disabled people, that is Divyang, to vote easily. It has helped in protection of environment by reducing the cutting of trees. It has made possible the early declaration of results possible. The next concept is midterm election and by-election. What are midterm elections? If the elected government before completing its term loses its majority in the parliament, if the member parties of the coalition government withdraw their support, resulting to that government loses its majority, and if no alternative government is possible, then elections are held before the completion of the term. They are called midterm election. Then we have by-election. By-election is basically if the elected representative in Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, or local self-government resigns, or due to his or her death, his seats become vacant. The election are held for that seat. It is called by-election. Then the electoral process during the first elections in India. Now, at the time of first election, preparing voters list was a challenging task. As many people were illiterate, the special procedure of voting was used during election. So 20 lakhs steel boxes were made for voting purpose. Election symbols were stuck on the boxes. The voters were given the blank ballot papers, which they were supposed to drop in the box having election symbol of the party they wanted to vote for. This system helped even the illiterate people too. So these are all the relevant points you need to mention if you get to explain the concept. Then we have next, that is do as directed. Now in this question, students, you have two activities will be given. Now you are expected to solve any one. Different types of activities are included, like complete the concept map, or complete the timeline, complete the flow chart, complete the concept diagram. Half point for each activity, total 2 marks. Now here we have complete the web, that is types of election. You need to mention a general election or a midterm election, or you can even mention by election. Then complete the following picture, the process of election. Under that we have first one, role of election commission. So what is the role? The points are conduct election in the country, prepare the voters list, declaration of timetable, program, date and result of election, to resolve any dispute relating to election. Then next is role of voters. To voting in the election, to elect the efficient, honest and trustworthy representative is the role of voters. Then role of political parties and the candidate is to follow the code of conduct. Political parties should help election commission to conduct the election in free and healthy environment. The political party should give 50% candidature to women candidates to increase their participation. Then political parties should not give candidature with criminal background. Then we have next, that is answer in detail. Explain. Uh, you here in this question, in this question type, two sub questions will be asked. Students, you have to answer any one, and while writing the answer, write 4 points, small points or big points. You have to write appropriate points in your answer. This type of question can be asked in the explain the statements with reasons as well. Half marks for each point and total 2 marks. Here, the first one we have is explain the meaning of code of conduct. Now, code of conduct explains the rules that are to be followed by the government, political parties, and the voters before election and during elections. It helps to control malpractices during elections. It ensures free and fair elections in India. Then, what are the challenges faced by Election Commission in conducting free and fair elections? Okay, you need to mention the main points. Then, under that, the sub points. First is misuse of money. The misuse of money takes place to a great extent during election. Election Commission has to take several measures to stop misuse of money. Then criminalization of politics. That is, many political parties give election tickets to the candidates with criminal background. This results in criminalization of politics. The Election Commission has to take certain steps to ensure the free environment during elections. The third point is major challenge in violence. That is, violence has increased significantly during election. All political parties should help election commission control the violence. Then family monopoly in politics. To ensure the continued influence on politics, the leader gives election tickets to their own relatives. So this practice creates family monopoly in politics. So these are the some of the major challenges faced by election commission during the election. Then we have some measures to make electoral process reliable. So here the points are, the first point, to increase participation of women in politics. So for that, to increase participation of women in politics by giving them 50% candidature to ensure that women should get elected. Next point, no candidature to criminal background. Now, political parties should not give candidature to candidates having criminal background. They should strictly follow the decision given by the court in this respect. Then control on mismanagement of money. The government should take care of election political expenses on elections. Political parties should not make misuse or mismanagement of money during election. And the next point is Amendment of Representation of People's Act, which is 1951. The Representation of People's Act should be amended accordingly so that the candidates having criminal background will not participate in elections. Then other questions are, why is it important to conduct the elections? So it is important because of the reasons like the existence and working of democracy depends on election. All political parties, they get a chance to rule. Election helps to bring a change in power through peaceful means. It not only changes government policies but also society. And what are the conditions for voting? The following conditions are required for voting. The person should be a citizen of India. He or she should complete 18 years of age. His or her name should appear in voters list. The person should have photo identity card issued by Election Commission of India. Then what action is taken by the Election Commission if disputes arise during election? If any disputes arise during election, the Election Commission is empowered to take final decision. The Election Commission conducts a thorough inquiry about the said dispute. If it comes across any malpractices during election in any constituency, it declares the election invalid and announces repoll. If any candidate breaks the code of conduct and contests the election, he or she is barred or removed from by election commission from contesting the election. Then we have, what are the challenges faced by election commission to conduct free and fair election? So the following challenges are faced by election commission to conduct free and fair election. First is managing the large geographical landscape and huge electoral population, means large number of voters, to stop misuse of money and muscle power during election, barring candidates with a criminal background from contesting election, to conduct elections successfully in politically criminalized environment, conducting election in spite of increasing instances of violence and making them a success are the challenges faced by election commission. Then we have, what are the advantages of the EVM machine, that is electronic voting machine. So the battery operated electronic voting machine has more advantages than the ballot boxes. What are those advantages? We'll look into it. The first point is it saves tons of paper used to make ballot paper. Second is it conserves the environment as it stops the reckless cutting of trees required to make paper. Third point is, if the voter does not wish to cast his vote in favor of any candidate contesting, he can make use of nota, that is none of the above. It makes the counting of the vote much faster, which enables the election officer to declare result in short time. It is helpful for disabled people, that is Divyang people, to cast vote because of EVM machine. So students, we complete this revision of this chapter number 2, political science, the electoral process here. I hope you have understood the chapter and the question answers as well for this chapter. Ma'am? Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Wind up the lecture.
Yes, ma'am. Done.